Podcast Land. Episode 106, featuring artwork, is brought to you by Silence and Solitude. Based out of Southern New Jersey, Silence and Solitude is a metalcore quintet that consists of Shane Roxas, Colby Hempel, Cody Mitchell, Alexander Coates, and Justin Popper. The band, formed in early 2015 and made their debut in September of the following year, have spent the previous year writing and recording. So that means they formed in 2015, spent the entire year not playing a show, but writing and owning their craft. And guess what? It paid off with their debut album, Resurgence. It came out in December of last year, and it debuted at number 20 on the iTunes Metal charts. That is unbelievable. They have released music videos for their singles Suffering, Deceiver, and yep, let's do it all together. And for their cover of Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. I'd give that a C+. But this band is a total A+. And you know who had to say something about that? New Transcendence. They said Resurgence is a must-listen for 2016, without a doubt, especially for fans of metal and its subgenres. If you're looking for something that is emotionally powerful, but not too whiny, aggressive, but not hate-filled, and will stand the test of time, this is the album you've been searching for. For more information, visit www.silenceandsolitude.com. Episode 106 is also brought to you by Old Self. Based out of Toms River, New Jersey, Old Self fleshes out ambient rock melodies with poetic arrangements while using people's stories as the concepts and lyricism for their songs. They help bring people's dark thoughts to the public in a very unique manner. Their hope is to reach out to not only their fan base, but to everyone they come across with in a therapeutic way. Recently pairing up with the nonprofit organization A Voice for the Innocents, they are working on furthering their outreach in hopes they can help as many people as they can in a positive way through music. For more information, they're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram under Old Self Official. Episode 106 is also brought to you by From the Deafs. Forming in 2012, From the Deafs is a 5-piece metalcore band hailing from northern New Jersey. They have 2 releases under their belt: The Last Time, their EP, and Animosity, their full length, along with playing shows as much as possible, as much as humanly possible. They're writing more music for another release coming in the near future. For more information, they're on Facebook at facebook.com/FromTheDeafsNJ. They're on Twitter, twitter.com/FromTheDeafsNJ. And they're also on Instagram at instagram.com/FromTheDeafsNJ. Now let's get into it. Today features Daniel and Sara speaking with artwork, and it starts right now. From out of the wasteland of generic podcasts and radio shows, one has emerged. It prides itself on having conversations with the most talented musicians from all over the world. If you like a boring question and answer interview, this isn't for you. If you want deep conversations about anything and everything, you've come to the right place. Your new favorite show starts now, and its name is Behind the Barricade.
What's up, Podcast Land? This is Daniel Tao, and I'm joined with Sara Esposito. On this podcast episode, we talk with Sky and Jarvis of the band Artwork, go over a whole bunch of topics, including touring with their fellow revival bands that they get along with and are just great, awesome people, football, the Raiders moving to Las Vegas, writing for their upcoming record, an artwork tattoo contest which features a song that I personally like, Black and White, and a whole bunch of other things. Well, without further ado, I present to you Artwork, Revival Records. Hit it.
We're calling from my house. This is Jarvis in Clearfield, Utah.
Damn, yeah. Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you at right now?
We are in Netcong, New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Jersey.
Yeah, good old Jersey.
Nice.
It's a Jersey thing.
Yeah. And by the way, you're here with Sara as well.
Hello.
Hi, Sara.
Hello,
Say hi, Sara.
How are you?
Good. Thank you.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing just great. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. No problem at all. Thanks for having us.
Nah, no problem. So what have you guys been doing lately? You guys have practice or
Just writing more than anything.
Yeah.
writing what?
Our album.
Writing. Oh, I thought you said riding. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
So, you guys have any specific themes for the record? Are you trying to change it up or kind of doing more of the same?
So I mean, we've had basically half of our band is gone, like with new members now. So the writing process is a lot different now. I think it's a lot better, actually. It just we've grown into our own sound.
Yeah.
I mean, we're definitely, influenced by a lot of 90s bands like Tool and Deftones and, bands like that, Korn, and I think that's kind of showing in our new material that we're writing.
I'm trying to think. It was Black and White, the video for your, the music video for the one song on your EP. Dude, I liked it a lot. I really dig the music.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I couldn't really describe what it sounded like. So if you guys had a point, like put a pin on your music, like and this music sounds like that, or even just your influences, like who would they be?
Be Used.
The Used, great band.
Yep, the best.
Dude, I like that band a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, them and Tool.
Tool, yeah. Sarah's a huge fan of Tool, right,
Yeah,
Sarah?
that's best band ever.
Very, very big fan of Tool.
No one can beat Tool.
I
don't
personally
know.
am not a
Yeah.
huge fan, but
Danny is not a Tool fan. I
Man,
think that kind of
well-
makes him a Tool, but
Yeah.
alright.
That's what I was gonna say, but
hey, come on.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite Tool song?
You can't pick a favorite Tool song. Every song by Tool is
That is a
amazing.
tough question.
You know,
Yeah, that,
yeah, actually when I asked you that, I was trying to kind of think of the answer myself, and I can't pick one.
I think anything on 10,000 Days
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
probably like my favorite album.
Did
If
you
I had,
have you listened to their Zeppelin cover of No Quarter?
no,
I've not.
Check that out, definitely. They do it better than Zeppelin.
damn, my dad's gonna beat me for that shit. Not knowing that there was a cover.
Oh, wait, what did you say?
My dad's gonna beat me for that shit.
Oh,
not knowing
for
Zeppelin
saying
cover.
it's better than Zeppelin. Well,
No,
no,
no.
I'm a huge Zeppelin fan too. So but definitely you'll when you listen to it, you'll be like, wow, that's phenomenal. So you like A Perfect Circle too, or are you just Tool fans?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I did your perfect circle and like Christopher and
Yeah, his voice is definitely iconic.
yeah, Maynard's God.
It's funny hearing like the sound of your music and hearing say that you like the Used, and then on the opposite end saying you like Tool. It's just like most of the time you don't hear it like with your style and with people that like the Used. Usually it's more I'm trying to put it like a I guess Pierce the Veil or something along those lines. But to hear Tool, like I was kind of amazed. That's cool. That just means you're more well-rounded with rock music and heavy rock.
Exactly. I'm
Yeah.
pretty picky. I mean, I usually only listen to like Michael Jackson and Meg Myers and Tool and The Used, Deftones. So,
Yeah, Deftones is like a huge. Like a lot of the bands I listen to, they're either Deftones and or Tool fans.
yeah, good.
Like Breaking Benjamin, Chevelle, they're all like in the beginning you could tell. Like if you've never heard of them, a lot of bands, a lot of people are compare them like, oh, this sounds like Tool. I wonder why.
Yeah, you can sound similar to Tool, but you can't
Emulate
sound-
them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm not like a big fan of Breaking Benjamin or I like Chevelle a little bit. I never really got into them, but I mean, Tool in their own right, man.
I don't know. I'm just a big fan of music in general. Like, I love a lot of different genres of music. I love rap, heavy metal, rock, indie.
Yeah, dog.
Only thing I really don't listen to is like country, pretty much.
I love country.
Yeah, that's like the one style I kind of despise is country. Like
Yeah.
I get it. I'm not gonna honestly sit here and say like I don't, but because like rap songs, if it's melodic or it's kind of got that chorus, like Eminem does that a lot. 50 Cent used to do that. So I guess if there's that melodic chorus, I'll get used to it. But I don't know. For some reason, country, I'm just like, this isn't country. It's pop music,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you.
I don't think we've ever had anybody on this podcast that likes country at all. I don't think.
Music's music, man.
It's true, but like I've never. It's funny how just everybody just dislikes country, but then I mean, I have a lot of friends, girls
thing.
mostly, that like country, but I've never met anybody that is a musician that actually likes country. So I wonder where they come from.
I don't know. I just never, like, honestly, to be fair, I've never really given it a fair chance.
Exactly.
In all honesty, but
Yeah, but
Yeah.
think about why you never gave it a fair chance. Why did you not?
Because other people don't like country. That's why.
Yeah, that's true.
You hear all those kids that say Nickelback sucks or.
Mhm.
I don't even
know.
like really.
Nickelback does suck.
Nah. I don't know, but I really don't get that too because people like shit on them a lot, but I'm like they're really not that bad. I mean, there's a lot worse out there. Like
Oh,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm talking about like old Nickelback. I'm like you can't say all of Nickelback sucks.
Yeah,
You know,
no.
nowadays definitely I think, but not entirely. It's just I think it's
pretty dope. Actually.
yeah. I think for me it's more of like what they're portraying in their new stuff and what they're talking about in their new songs. As far as lyrics.
Yeah.
Now it's just about like sex and all this shit. I'm like, come on. You need to be, back in the day, you used to have like more meaningful lyrics.
Yeah. I mean, not a lot of people know it, but every song of mine's about sex.
Yeah, but if you don't know it, but if you're blatantly like, I think one of their songs, literally, it's just you can hear it in the lyrics. I mean, if it's something that you kind of have to imagine what you're talking about, then that's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I got
Nickelback's
it, yeah.
Nickelback. Yeah,
So-
but like,
How old are you guys?
how old are you, Jarvis?
I am 23.
Okay.
And how old am I, Sky? I turned 21 on April 20th.
Wow. So who turned you on to Tool?
My dad.
Good man. Good man.
Yeah, my dad's a great guy.
That-
Great.
That really shows you how classic that band is, because I mean you guys look young, so it's Tool was big and I'm 38, so that shows you how long Tool's been around. But it's funny because I hear a lot of young people are very influenced by Tool. But you said you didn't like Breaking Benjamin?
I mean, I'm picky about it. I mean, there's a couple songs I could jam, but
I feel it's huge Tool influence.
oh yeah,
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I can tell by instrumental wise. Their structure is not really the same, but
Yeah.
just how they structure their songs, anyways. Like Tool's like each song is like a clusterfuck of storytelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Breaking Benjamin used to be like that only on their first album. Like their one song, I'm a huge. We talk about them literally on every podcast, but I'm a huge fan of them. But the one song, Natural Life, you can hear it. You're like, this is totally Tool, especially like the bass riff that it starts off of. You could totally tell, but I don't know. I think nowadays they're just like their own style. And I get what you're saying. I have a lot of people that don't like them because they feel like it's the same formula in every song, where they have the main riff and then they have that lead that's in every Breaking Benjamin song. But I mean, when you're addicted to something, you don't really care. It's the same thing over and over again,
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So actually, I think I'm almost positive it's been more than one, but I've definitely spoke with at least one band that was on the same record label as you guys are, Revival Records, and they've all had nothing but positive words to say about them. How do you guys feel being a part of their label?
We love it.
Yeah, they've been nothing but great to us. They pretty much they're all about their artists. They let them have complete control, let them do whatever they want, and some great guys.
Yeah, that's it was almost like a spitting image of the last band I interviewed of them. But and how did that come about? Did you guys get approached by them or?
Yeah,
You want to let
Shit.
Sky answer that one? Because I think he was the one that got approached
Yeah.
by Sean, I believe, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it was at a time where we were getting hit up quite a bit,
Mhm.
which was very humbling, and it was awesome for us anyways. But Sean ended up messaging us on Facebook, and I didn't really pay mind to it at first. But talking to other labels and such, and what they were wanting, with us anyways, wasn't what we wanted, like album-wise, and everything like that. And Sean hit me up. I finally looked at his messages, and he was just saying how much he enjoyed our music and how we have a lot of potential to blow up and take over, a scene that's not really occupied right now. So we ended up talking back and forth, and it kind of one thing led to another, and then we signed with Revival, and basically started our journey that way.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's cool. Honestly, I mean, I've been in bands, putting out records and trying to get signed and stuff like that. So to hear that you guys are 20 years old, young 20s, obviously I'm not that far ahead, but you guys are in young 20s and getting approached by labels and being signed to Revival, and we spoke to a couple bands on that record label. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
I think it's been great. We've been really lucky and blessed.
Yeah, I mean, and also, you have, it's not like you're almost 30 years old and like I have to get signed or my music career is done. You guys are basically starting out as far as age-wise, and you're already signed to a label. So, and if that's what they're telling you and that's the truth, I mean, and you guys are you have the potential to blow up, that's definitely an awesome thing. And like I said, when I heard that song, I liked it a lot. It wasn't just, this band's pretty good, but I'm not really digging it. It was catchy.
Yeah, it's a good song. I mean, you gotta love your own art that you create for sure. And yeah, I dig it. I mean, of course, I think we're a little tired of playing it all the time. but,
Yeah, I bet.
but it's still nice, to be able to say that you have a song and piece of art that a lot of people appreciate and could relate to. So
and it was funny you were saying like you're tired of playing it. I always wondered, and I was thinking about this listening to the new All That Remains song. I'm not sure if you guys are fans of them or not, but
dude, Jarvis is the biggest fan.
Really? Do you like listening to their the newest stuff that they put out? It's like it's pretty different. And hearing a song that's like their main riff is really simple, the song Madness. To hear, them wanting to, you clearly could tell after like 2 or 3 albums now that they want to change their sound and they want to go to like a specific direction, which is cool. But I always wonder, like you said, tired. They're still playing This Calling live. Like, are you still tired of that, considering you're trying to change your sound and you're going in a different route? They must, like, I want to know what's the reason for you playing. Obviously, it's just your hits and you got to let people know, but they got to be tired. It's like, all right, I got to do this. It's my job,
Oh, well, we come into it like with a different mindset more than anything. I think it's more like that we're trying to change our sound going forward, and where that's our most popular song, people are going to expect that, our music's going to sound more like Black and White instead of, the newer sound that we're going for. I think that's more of it for me. I enjoy playing it live. I'm thinking down the road, like, a year or 2 after our next album's released, they're still going to want to hear the, Black and White and 13. And just the difference between those songs and the new songs are, miles apart.
Yeah, and I think also, too, it depends on, like, the crowd reaction. So if even though that song, you're tired of playing it, you might not practice it, if you feel that energy from the crowd, it could just almost amp up the song to another level.
Yeah, for sure. And that happens every night for the most part. I mean, we haven't had a bad show. I think there might have been one in Alabama where I think like 2 people showed up, which was a weird show for us. But I mean,
what did you do?
No, we just, we were actually on tour with Palisades, and I think it was just a badly promoted show. I'm not sure, but
you played on for those 2 fans, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. But we played for each other more than anything too.
You know,
You know, we're all
I think that's
busy.
probably good. You get something like that to happen. You get it, done and over with. It's under your belt. You've experienced it. You know what it feels like. So I think it's good practice, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and there's another thing that we always think about. You know, if we're a little tired before a show, like if we played like 20 shows straight or something, that, you know, it's someone's first time seeing us. We might have been playing the same set every single night for the past month, but it's someone's first time ever enjoying our music or hearing us live. So we're going to
Play our hearts
obviously
out.
play our hearts out because they deserve the respect of, you know,
Wow.
being able to experience that.
Yeah, at least it's
don't
it's
ever
up close and
change
personal.
that.
Oh,
Don't
we'll
ever
never
stop feeling that way. That's awesome.
Never, ever. Never.
So the lyrics for Black and White, talk about them a little bit. Who wrote the song?
I wrote the song.
And
Lyrical.
what was going through your mind?
Sex.
I mean,
Besides
Oh.
sex, you said every song's about sex.
that was kind of a joke.
I
in a
know.
way.
I'm just joking.
I mean, I was in a time in my life that, you know, ever since like junior high, I've always, I was kind of like the piece of shit at school. Did drugs and drank and did stupid stuff, got arrested all the time. With Black and White, this is kind of like my intervention to myself, kind of.
Hmm.
Whenever I'm saying like, hey kid, in whatever part of the song, it's like a reference to myself talking to myself anyways, from a different perspective. Just because I did struggle with drugs and, you know, drinking a lot and just being a stupid kid altogether. Yeah, that song's kind of the story to myself, basically.
What snapped you out of it?
I think it matters what point in my life, because I've been on and off. I mean, I've been clean for 9-10 months now.
Congratulations.
Yeah, for sure, and I ain't going back. So,
Proud of this guy.
I mean, I don't know. I've had a very long life for how
For
short.
how young you are.
Exactly. I had to grow up pretty fast, just for many different reasons. So I think I've became a different person at least like 5 times in my life. I don't know if they're just phases or just chapters in my book. I'm not quite sure, but I've definitely grown up over the years,
Yeah.
with break and just a lot of things in general.
You know what helps me? The
Mm.
phrase 1 minute at a time instead of 1 day at a time.
1 minute.
Because
That's good.
I know there's a lot of days the
Yeah.
concept of day is overwhelming. So
Yeah.
1 minute at a time works a lot better.
You know what? I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Hey,
You can
the-
have that.
yeah, and the one good thing is you can, if you're able to admit, like, hey, back then I was a piece of shit. You know, you're way better off than that person who's a piece of shit and doesn't realize it or doesn't want to realize it.
But you
Yeah.
know what? You weren't a piece of shit. It's
It's a phase. There's a lot of young people that you turn out to be great people after they were not so nice to other, you know, people that become friends with you that in the, you know, couple years late before you hated their guts and now they're nice and you're friends with them. So
Yeah.
I like that.
But even your bad points and your bad times make up who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to
Oh.
embrace them just as much as you embrace the good.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, which I do. I mean,
Make you who
it's
you
just
are.
good to know what. Oh, well, you have to, like, if you have a problem, you have to own the problem before you can fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not saying that problem was a mistake or anything, because I wouldn't be where I am now.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
Yeah, and like
That-
she said, you were your quotes, you're a piece of shit, and then and then you became an awesome person. Like, I think that's better. You know, that's a cooler story. Like, everyone wants to hear someone who changed. It's like, you know, instead of you being the really smart, intelligent, nerdy guy, and you were someone that changed for the better, and now you're a good person. You know, that's an awesome story to hear, even if your past was muddled and all that stuff. You know.
yeah.
So what do you do when you're not playing music then? What's your hobbies?
And Jarvis, you go first.
Sex.
Stop.
Yeah, sex.
It
He's gonna
probably
make
is.
this X-rated.
They're like, yeah, that's one of my hobbies.
Yeah, we're young and full of testosterone.
I know, right?
Anyway,
Oh yeah, Jarvis,
Um,
you got this.
see, when I'm not playing music and not working, I like to watch anime. I'm a nerd. Play some video games, typical nerd shit.
Mm-hmm.
PS4 or Xbox?
What was that?
I said PlayStation or Xbox.
or
PlayStation.
Switch.
Both.
Nice.
Computer, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Nintendo NES.
Nintendo
I don't even
DS.
really play Nintendo that much.
Uh,
But I don't even play video games too often. Definitely not as much as I used to before
Yeah.
that.
I hear you on that one.
Like I used to be such a huge gamer when I was a kid, and back before junior high, before I got like really serious about music. But ever since I got into music, it's just
It takes up a lot of time.
it takes
Yeah.
up a
Mhm.
ton of time, especially if you want to do it seriously. Like I never thought I'd be spending this much time doing like one thing, and
Yeah. But that's the thing.
surprising. Yeah,
There's so many things in that one thing you have to do in a day. So
yeah.
you got to promote. You got to write the music. You got to, there's a bunch of other shit too. I just can't think about it right now.
Oh, yeah.
But
I never thought I'd spend so much time just thinking about music.
Yep, that's a huge part of it. For sure.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
Continue.
I'm a pretty boring dude, honestly.
Yeah, pretty much the same. I just hang out with my nephew all day. Write
that-
music.
Is that the little guy on Facebook with your artwork shirt on?
Yeah, that's my boy.
That's your nephew. That's really cute.
And mascot almost.
Yeah, he is the band mascot.
Now, do you have to because you're the babysitter?
I think of it more of like a best friend sitter. Exactly a babysitter because he's like my best friend.
Cool.
Hey, that's a better way to put it.
Yeah, he's the coolest kid ever. I mean, he rocks out to our music, and obviously he doesn't care if I put a Artwork T-shirt on him either. So,
Hell
so
yeah.
yeah, that's how it goes. And football, that's a hobby. No, it's not a hobby; it's a lifestyle.
Exactly.
Wait, you play or you watch?
Now, soccer or football or NFL?
NFL.
All right. The real
Yeah.
football.
Who's your team?
Or not, the fake football, actually. That was wrong.
Yeah,
Was it
Oh.
fantasy or football? What is it?
I think he's talking shit on my NFL.
Oh.
So
No, I'm
who's your team? Who's your team?
Dallas Cowboys all the
Cowboys.
way.
Wow.
See, I'm a Jet fan, so you can feel my pain, but I don't really. So many people despise them. I'm the Giants won Super Bowls. I kind of like the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just root for like underdog teams. So not that the Cowboys are underdogs, but since they haven't been really the one winning in their division other than the Giants, I root for them.
I'm a Raiders fan.
Yeah, she's a Raiders fan, so they clearly don't win.
They did
Well,
last season.
last year
Yeah.
they were.
No, yeah, and they're actually becoming really good. It was so funny. I was just hearing.
Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
they
passed
did.
that a day or two ago.
Yeah.
What better of a team to like than Las Vegas?
Yeah, you want to know why? Because they were last in the league in generating revenue.
It's
from their
still
stadium.
Las Vegas.
No,
Like,
but that's why they moved, because they where they were located, they weren't. It could be the team too, but where they were located, they weren't making any money, so they had to move.
yeah.
Well, yeah, when you have like 20 NFL teams in California, that tends to happen.
Yeah, and
So-
they're all like moving out. Well, actually, where did San Diego moved out?
LA.
No,
They moved just to LA.
They're in LA, and the Rams moved to LA too.
Yep.
And now the Raiders are in Las Vegas.
So
Yep.
you
Damn.
do music in between NFL seasons? Is that what you do?
Exactly. And I have to go on tour when it's football season. You better make fucking sure that we're playing at a bar every Sunday.
With a TV, yeah.
You're not kidding.
Yep.
The first time we went on a cruise, we were almost late getting on the ship because of this guy watching his stupid.
Oh,
Jet
Jets
game.
in Miami and London.
Then
I
he
had to
had-
watch
he's
it.
He's sitting in a pool watching the game on.
Yeah, I
well,
think it was
a
the
big
Giant.
TV.
It was a Giant
was a
game. I don't
huge
know who they
TV.
were playing, but
It was actually a really nice setup. It was like like the main pool area on the cruise ship, and then it had this huge screen, and they would play football. games on it, so it was cool. But you had to make sure football was there.
Exactly.
Like,
Can't miss a game.
Football's like a religion, man.
Exactly.
No, gambling is a religion.
You talk shit about my team, you die.
Pretty much.
So do you guys like soccer at all, or just football?
I don't know.
I'm not a soccer fan, honestly.
There's little pansies kicking around a little
Yeah.
soccer ball.
Oh,
See,
snap.
exactly. You want to know? It's that was me a couple of years ago. I don't know what it was. Because I played it obviously as a kid, and when you play as a kid, it's more like you just take the ball and try to score. You don't pass it. So I'm sitting here watching TV, and I'm like, this is boring. Like they just pass it back and forth. But ever since I went to a New York Red Bulls game here, I've been like a diehard fan ever since.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it was, and now I'm like watching all the goals that people scored and shit. I'm like, wow, this game's actually pretty sick, you know?
Were you drunk?
No. Hey,
That would make a lot of sense.
hey, I could understand if I was talking about golf,
Yeah, golf
because
is.
I mean, dude, you can't deny the fact that in another part of the world, soccer is even more than a religion. Or like,
Yeah.
you miss a goal in the World Cup, you die.
Every other country in the world, like, they worship soccer, dude. Yeah.
Well, what I was talking about, some Colombian player years ago when Pablo Escobar was around, he scored an own goal and he got killed.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn.
They found him the fans found him on like the street walking or something, and they shot him.
Holy fuck!
I know,
Wow.
right?
That's kind of hot. In a sick way. That's the way I'd want to go.
Well, explains this.
Just being shot.
Huh.
You mean like a quick death, or you score an own goal in the World Cup and
Oh
someone
yeah,
murders you
exactly. I want to score a goal in a World Cup.
against my own team?
Exactly. And get shot in the head. Aaron,
Clearly, you're being sarcastic.
oh, not at all.
What a way
I'm
to
just,
go.
pretty
What
much.
a way to go.
Yeah, what a way to go. Yeah. Woo-hoo.
Oh man.
So
How's that?
you guys like basically the same thing? Do you guys all hang out together? Everybody in your band, or
Do we hang out?
yeah?
I mean, if we have to.
Huh.
If we have to.
No, the original members, like our old guitarist and drummer, I knew them. Same with Jarvis for like since I was 12. So they were like my best friends. I saw them all the time, every day. As of late, the newer members, Patrick and Jordan, they're awesome dudes, and we do hang out quite a bit. But there's not exactly like a connection like there was before
Mhm.
with the members, and that's only because like when you grow up with somebody and you kind of grow musically as well, like your musicianship, obviously gets better with each other.
Mhm.
So I mean, these people grew as musicians with other bands,
Mhm.
Mm.
so it's a little bit different now. They're still amazing dudes, and I still consider them really good friends
Oh, yeah,
and
absolutely.
family.
No
for
bad
sure.
blood or anything
Yeah.
between us.
Yeah.
Did you guys start playing instruments together? Because I know I hear like some bands when they were friends as kid, they just kind of like they're bored, didn't have anything to do, so they picked up instruments, and then realized they were good at it, or really wanted to be good, and they just ended up becoming in a band. Was it anything like that, or you guys just played separately?
Jarvis learned how to
Almost.
slap a bass since
Slap.
he came out of
I wouldn't quite say that. See, I don't even know where to begin on this. I think I first met Sean in like second grade, and we reconnected in junior high, and he asked me to join his band in eighth grade, and that's when we started playing together. And eventually he started playing with Sky, and they invited me to come play with him, and so I did. And we all started playing together. We weren't the best musicians back then, and but we all grew and got better together, and we started playing. We played tons of shows back then, and some of them were good, and some of them were just god awful.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the ones that sucked, and the ones that were good, and and
But now we're really good with playing with each other.
yeah, and,
Playing with each other.
That's what she said.
Yeah, thank you. I was hoping.
The old lady says it.
Yeah.
So what was it like playing with Oh Sleeper?
Oh my
dude,
God.
my boys.
Oh.
Those are my boys. Shout out to Micah, my sweet love.
Shut up. He's an old sleeper.
Yeah, shout out to all of them. Shane's cool too, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but shout out to all of them. They're the coolest dudes ever.
Yeah, I like that. I like that band a lot.
Those guys, yeah, I love them all.
Them and 2 O'Clock Courage were like, we all just clicked, you know?
I can't say like a bad thing about any band I've ever toured with so far.
Me either.
I felt so lucky. Just
We hear that a lot too, and that's a good thing. It seems like bands really come together when they're doing a tour, and good things happen. We haven't heard any complaints so far, so that's good news.
yeah.
Except that band. What were they called? Alisana?
Really?
Those
Alisana.
dudes. Oh my.
Yeah, really?
No, I was kidding.
Oh,
They're on the same label with us.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I
Those
know
are our
them.
bosses.
Yeah, they're our bosses. They tell us what to do.
They were on Warp Tour. I think we interviewed them, or were they on Warp Tour this past year?
I don't think so.
No, you know what? I think they were. What was it Famous Last Words? I think they were touring with them. But they're connected somehow to the podcast. I definitely know that they've been touring with a couple of bands that we've interviewed.
Yeah.
And again, like they've been on Revival Records. These bands, a lot of the bands we interview, so they've
Yeah.
come up.
Famous Last Words. How do we know them?
How do we know Famous Last Words?
Oh yeah.
Was it that tour with
I think we did tour with them.
There you go. Look at that.
Alsana.
I never know how to say them. Alisana.
Yeah, it's lasagna.
There we go.
Sonya.
Got to get me some lasagna.
Those are my boys too. I love all them. Especially Dennis. Dennis just loves video games so much, and
Mhm.
I just look up to him because he still does it on the road.
Oh, nice. That's me. Where if, on the road, I have to have a PS4 or something.
You're a good guy.
Yeses.
Yeah, there we go. I'll bring my Nintendo Switch along.
Oh yeah, that's
Hell
like
yeah.
newer, right?
Yeah.
How do you like it, by the way? How is that?
Honestly, I think it's pretty good. I really haven't played it that much. I've never played Zelda before. I think the game is pretty good. I think for such a small device and screen, the graphics are pretty sick.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think it's a little. I hear like the gripes about it, and I see why. Because like for instance, the Joy-Con controller, you have the joystick. It's in the like all the way up in the top left corner, and then the other joystick on the right is more like it's more on an angle, so it's like towards the bottom because you have the D-pad above it, and it's it's not a regular controller. You have them like parallel or what was it, perpendicular, whatever, across from each other, and they just work. It works easy. And that one, it's like you have to almost put it instead of on the top of your thumb, you have to put it kind of like towards the back on the middle, so you can kind of reach the D-pad a little bit. So it's a little quirky. I haven't played it on the TV yet, but I think it's pretty sick.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
Yeah, I mean, my only issue is I don't really like Nintendo as much because they put out like really kiddie games. And I just really want them to like cater towards kids, but to put out more adult. I mean, I see that they're coming out with like FIFA and an NBA game for it, so that's like pretty good. But I kind of feel like I'm going to be disappointed down the road because it's going to be mostly like Mario and kiddie games,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like typically, where their fan base lies, I guess.
But I mean, dude, the new Mario game looks pretty sick.
I haven't even looked at it yet, but every once in a while they tend to drop, some pretty cool games, I guess. But
Yeah, I mean, they're rating Zelda like mad. They're like giving it 10s all over the place.
Really?
yeah, they are. That's what I was looking at. I was like, really maybe consider even just buying the whole system just for that game. And when
Yeah, a lot of people are doing
comes out
it.
that good, it makes me consider buying a system. It's like it's worth it.
Yeah, well, that's why they do it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, what were we talking about before that?
I don't remember, but let's actually, one thing I wanted to talk about going back to black and white. We wanted to talk about that tattoo contest you guys got going on.
Oh shit. Yeah. Tattoos. I mean, yeah, tattoos. Why wouldn't you want to be in a contest for tattoo?
I'm gonna let the tattoo guy take it away.
So you're
damn
going to
it.
be given the tattoo?
Oh no,
Oh,
no,
no.
God no.
You're going to be getting the tattoo with the contest winner.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get a beautiful artwork tattoo on ourselves, and so they could have something to look at and be like, "Wow, I really fucking regret that."
But what if they get it on their ass cheek though?
Their ass cheek. I mean,
Then they won't have to look at it.
yeah, I have nothing on my. I mean, I have too much on my ass right now, so an artwork
Like
tattoo.
too many tattoos on your ass is what you mean?
We hope.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, just tattoos, not Jarvis any. But yeah, I mean, I think it's just a dope way for people to have an opportunity of getting a free tattoo.
Yeah.
So
I mean, hey, some lady in that commented on the post actually wanted to get one, so that's pretty crazy.
well, she already has one, I think.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, yeah, because she said she wanted another one. That's right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people with
There's
artwork
There's
tattoos.
a few people actually have some. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Really-
that's pretty crazy.
Well, it's,
Yeah.
your artwork is sick. No
Yeah,
pun
it is.
intended.
No, actually, it is really. I like it a lot.
It's amazing. Who does
Yeah,
it?
we've got some really great artists that have done some cool stuff for us.
Yeah, like the guy who did our album. Who did that? I'm just kidding. But yeah, we really have had some good art so far.
And I think it's a really it's a good idea. It's new. I've never seen it before.
Yeah.
It's promoting you. It's something for the fans, back at them, and you guys are always liking and thanking your fans and saying how much you appreciate them. So I think that's really great.
Yeah, you have to,
Oh,
man.
absolutely,
Like, that's what's getting us where we want to be.
At the end of the day, it's always all about them. Without them, we're nothing.
If no one liked fucking shit, then we'd be in our parents' basement.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well,
But we're on the top floor now. So.
yeah. Speaking of
Oh.
parents' basement, where do you see artwork in 10 years?
Shit. You go first, Jarvis.
10 years. Wow.
Metallica status.
Hell fucking yes. No, bigger than. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
talking like.
biggest band ever. Are you kidding me? Fuck. I see us quadruple platinum. Fucking.
Is that even a thing?
I don't know, but
Yeah, that's
Well,
a thing.
yeah. I see us headlining all over the world. Staying true to ourselves, staying true to our fans, not selling out. And if I do sell out in 10 years, I want this to be like spread everywhere.
His podcast.
Right here. That's podcast. This part
We'll
right
remember
here.
that. We'll remember that.
I mean, I would never sell my soul to the pop world.
Oh, please.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, I love pop music, but I mean, there's no way I'm going to write a pop song. Can't do it.
Yeah, hey, I mean, it's just you don't want to be you want to stay true. That's good. It's original, obviously, but no, I mean, dude, you have a lot of people out there that are like, dude, screw it, I'll sell out for money. So for someone to just be like, there's a lot of bands too that play like heavy ass metal that you can tell, they don't make a lot of money. They're still signed to a band 10 years later, have day jobs, but they're still staying true. Like those are the people I admire. Like this person's really like not headlining shows that much, and they're main support for a lot of bands, and they're playing heavy ass music. They're not really they're popular, but not Metallica, Disturbed status, and they're still playing and still kicking 10 or 15 years later. That's awesome.
Those are the guys with the, we call it true grit right there.
Yeah.
True grit.
So hopefully you guys are like that, just more popular.
I think we need to be like Tool.
Exactly.
Never sold out, has album after album that kicks ass, sells out every show,
Insanely popular.
insanely popular, and they're just fucking badass.
People still hang on them after waiting 10 years for a new album.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? For fucking real.
Yeah.
I hear that they're actually recording it. I'm like, I've been hearing this for years. Are they
Yeah,
actually doing this?
Are you sure though?
I've been hearing that since I was 10 fucking years old, so I doubt that's happening.
So if you could use your music to build up, support any kind of charitable organization, things like that, what would it be? What do you guys believe in?
Mine would be for autism, and that's just because my nephew has mild autism.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something that I would love to work with in the future, even if we don't get big or anything. Still want to be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I totally and probably honestly agree with, and probably would do myself.
With autism?
With autism and any child with disability, or any even adults with disabilities.
Yep.
Are you guys anti-vaxxers or are you vaccinators?
I'm kind of on the wall about it.
Mm.
Yeah, same thing.
I will admit, and this is a it's died down a little bit, but I know amongst our, some of our group, it's been a hot topic. But I believe in vaccinations. I do.
I'm
But
against them.
there's a lot of, you can't deny that there's a link. I mean, there is a lot of autistic kids. There is a lot of autistic kids, and there's a lot more vaccines, and you can't even send your kids to school if they don't have certain vaccinations. And so what do you think? Do you believe in that the vaccines are causing autism, or you think it's something else?
I think it could be a mix of anything. I mean, have you seen chemtrails?
Yeah.
Like, there's shit our government does that is toxic for us, but
it's something I'd have to personally do more research.
Yeah.
Before I can make a solid opinion or give my opinion on personally.
yeah, now look and making a spanking motion right now. I'm sorry.
Well, one thing's for sure, as far as autism goes, legalize it. It'll work. It does work.
Yeah, it does. Like from what I've seen, anyways.
I still, to this day, don't understand how people debate against it. It doesn't make any sense, but
It's just moral value, man.
Yeah.
We live in Utah. If you've ever heard of Utah, we're home of the Mormons.
yeah.
Yeah,
But why? I don't understand, but like these are probably the same people that are able to go to a bar and get sloshed or wasted. Like, what's the difference between that, No one wants to take away alcohol, but they could
The
shame,
difference is
weed
marijuana
from...
is safer than alcohol.
Yeah. But,
Yeah. Actually, we're going through some stuff right now. We just think we just barely signed our governor just barely signed a bill into law.
Governor Herbert, the worst governor in the country,
just lowered our legal
drug alcohol level. I mean,
blood
our
alcohol
level
from
to
0.08 to 0.05.
Yep.
Are you serious?
So it's gonna be disastrous
Well-
for us industry. If you go out and have a pulled over, you go to jail.
That sounds like a revenue generator to me,
Mhm.
more
Oh, yeah.
than anything.
Oh,
Because
oh,
come on,
sure.
seriously. But I
Sure.
have to admit, anybody that gets behind the wheel drunk has
That's-
bigger
yeah.
problems than just getting a
Yeah.
ticket.
Yeah, that's why you just don't drink, I guess.
uh-huh. Yeah.
We already have we're a dry state. We have really strict alcohol laws as it is.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, like you said, revenue generator. I mean, having weed not legal is a revenue generator. I know there's a shitload of people in jail for marijuana, and I hear that there's prison unions that are ban it, coming together to get it to not be, legal, because it would ruin there'd be less inmates and probably people losing jobs and prisons closing, which is crazy. It's this is good for people, yet we want our union's gonna fight against it so prisons can keep more people in there. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, don't get Dan started on politics, but
Mhm.
you guys have a great sound. You got a great look. You believe in things.
You're young
going
still.
places. You're really going places. So
Thank you.
thank you again so much for being on the show with us.
Any upcoming shows or tours you got going on, or you're just writing?
There's a lot of things in the making. Can't really go into detail about any of them,
Mhm.
but I
It's
can say
secret?
that we're writing an album.
Mhm.
That's about it.
Is it secret? Is it a secret? You can't tell?
There's so many secrets.
No
Oh,
Behind the
boy.
Barricade exclusives?
I can't. Well, sure, my publicist would call me up and be like, "What the fuck did you just
Yeah.
do?"
I know what it is. Your nephew's joining the band.
Oh, I wish.
Mascot.
Bring him around everybody.
We got a call right now. What did you do? What did you do?
Is this fucking live right now, or just kidding?
So, any plugs? Facebook, Instagram, new things you're doing? Go.
Wait, what?
I said plugs, Instagram, Facebook, anything new you got going on, shows. I know things you can't tell. Plug away.
Yeah, nothing really. I mean, just look out for cool ass contests and pictures of my butt.
Tattoos?
Yeah, tattoos. I mean, yeah, tattoos. Yeah, my
Tattoos
ass.
on his butt.
Yeah, I mean, just look out for nudes, I guess. And you talking about how much I love Demi Lovato.
Artwork.
Who is that? Daniel what?
Demi Lovato.
Demi Lovato.
Yeah, he's such a babe. Oh
Mhm.
my god. But yeah, I mean, other than that, we're just writing. You know, we want to make the best album possible, so we're taking our sweet time with it.
Mhm. Awesome, man. And we like to start the episode off with a song of yours and end with a song of yours. Which 2 songs would you like to choose?
Well, Black, White, and then Rebirth.
All right, great. So it's Black and White and then Rebirth. All right, guys. Thank you again. Good luck, and hopefully you guys are bigger than Metallica in the next 10 years.
Oh, you can
Hell
bet on it. my friend. Hell
Thanks for having us, guys.
All right, no
buddy.
problem, man. Have a good night.
You too.
You
Take
too.
it easy.
Bye-bye.
You too.